Hello traders, welcome to today's video on Friday the 29th of September. It is the last trading day of the month, which is crazy. By the time we all come back on Monday, it is going to be October. Where has the year gone? Where has this month gone? What is going on? Why is everything going so fast? I don't like it, but anyway, we will continue. The plan for today, right? It's a Friday. It's the last day of the month. There's not really a clear setup here at all. So for me, problematic market structure, right? Because the high that took the last low is all the way down here. I mean, the low that took the high is all the way down here, right? We don't really have much to go off of apart from internal price action that we're seeing right now. So what I was hoping for earlier was that we get this move up to take out and to get an SFP off of the previous day high, and then we could look for a market structure shift here and then be essentially aiming to retrace this whole move down, possibly back into that previous day open that we have at 26,360. That hasn't happened, and we're still just working around this like internal little structure here, this little uptrending move that we've now had a corrective move from that. So a couple of setups for me today. Okay, we could take this as being a lower high. If this does drop down here, you could then target daily open and POC and validation above this high over here and be looking for continuation lower. Alternatively, yeah, you can go for an SFP off of this low, depending on what the order flow is basically telling you when we get there. But it really isn't very clear, and I did do a post earlier on, so this is on Twitter. If you're not following on Twitter, then go and check out Taurus Crypto on Twitter here, okay? Then you'll see me, my little AI face over here. There I am, hi. What am I talking about? Here we go. But I posted this earlier. Welcome to Friday, the day that most traders will go on Tilton to try and max out their profits for the week, then proceed to get liquidated because they weren't able to stay patient and didn't manage their risk. Don't be that guy or girl if you are a girl. It's just not worth it. It is the last trading day of the month. It is a day for settlement, not really to be messing around with opening new positions. If there's not a clear setup, it's better to like not lose money than it is to lose money. Yeah. So don't go trying to chase like big wins on the last day of the month, the last day of the week, and giving back everything that you've worked hard for all week so far. And if you are at a loss for the week, don't go making it worse for yourself. Like wait for a high probability setup and then take that with sensible risk management, of course, in place, and see if there can be a profitable end to the week that way. Now, if we go back onto the chart here, like this is kind of an example of that, right? There's just nothing really much here to trade. Okay, I've given you a couple of little examples. Whereas on the ES, I'm going to quickly just zoom over this super fast. First of all, we're trading up here. I'm just going to move this on to electronic trading hours in just a second. But as of present, we are trading with, there is going to be a gap below. So we're trading above the UTC open and we're trading above the previous day close. Now, if we go back onto here, we can see that, okay, so our previous day, somewhere around here, yeah, okay, where the market closed. Now, I am looking, at this stage, I have taken a short position. And this is essentially what I'm looking for. I actually recorded this video like 15 minutes ago and realized that my microphone was off. So price was around here when I started this, and I'm having to do it all over again. Joy. Anyway, yes. So going on to the ES, I know this is usually a Bitcoin update, but basically looking at this, you've got much nicer market structure here. I was looking at this as being a deviation. Okay, you're starting to break down. We were building some divergences here. You lose that level, you come back in, essentially looking at VWAP here when you come into those VWAP bands, getting a bounce off of VWAP, coming into these imbalances and then trying to trade that down towards the gap that we have below and the UTC open down here. So using market structure and VWAP for our confluence, you can see, okay, the way that this often works. Okay, outer VWAP bands acting as resistance, causing pressure, coming back in, test the VWAP once you get acceptance back within this one. Same situation here. Okay, you can see support, support, support. You come back in, and then you're essentially looking at this acceptance back inside these VWAP bands, and then looking for that view up there. Now, if this does get a bounce, you've got confluence here. Okay, so It's the same kind of thing, the same stuff I've been trading all week, and every one of them's been profitable. So, hey, if you want to try it, then try it. Then what else do we have? Let's just go back onto the Bitcoin chart here. And finally, okay, I have a bullish bias. Okay, I know it sounds kind of crazy. I have a bullish bias, but I do think legacy markets have bottoms. And I do like that Bitcoin is holding basically the POC of absolutely everything right now. So the yearly point of control here. We held that the other day and we've had a decent bounce from that. Now, that doesn't mean there can't be a lot more chop. That doesn't mean that we can't stay within a range for a long time. But I do have a slightly higher time frame bullish bias that I would like to see price come back up towards that 30K. That can change very quickly, though. It's just that's the bias for now. Going on to here, the EMAs, maybe a little bit interesting. Okay, we had that death cross, we've come back in, we're now getting first open and close back above there. Now if this over the weekend and over the next few days and going into October can start to push up a little bit higher, then this is going to cross back over that 50 EMA is going to cross back over the 200. You're going to have them both starting to slope up for the first time in a long time. Yeah, and that can then act as support on the higher time frames. Like, yes, they're lagging, they are a reflection of what has already happened within price, but as a bias, it does help to be looking at them sometimes. So yeah, I think that is probably it for this update. Have a great weekend. If I do not see you, why would I see you? Have a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday, and I'll probably do a few little posts over the weekend here and there as well, and for the rest of the day. So yeah, cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.